Hello, my name is Dante Renee, and welcome to the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more. Like tonight's film, this is 1983's, or is it 1982's? 1983 in the closing credits of the film, 1982 on the copyright notice of Arista Releasing Corporation on the back of the DVD from Code Red Distributor. This is SPLITZ. What poster art there, and it says in the front, we wish this movie was about sex, drugs, and rock and roll, but 2 out of 3 ain't bad. SPLITZ, the comedy with sizzle. And wow, what a film. Look at the back here on this. See that woman on your left or right? Not the wrestling side, the other side. She's a warden in a lot of women in prison films or sexploitation films. Was she important now? But you recognize her face. I don't know her name. And we got some other shots down here. This is a great one, folks. One that I definitely don't hear anything talked about with this film at all. This is SPLITZ. The interesting thing about the film is when you look at the opening credits for it, you really get a chance to see how many cooks were in the kitchen here. We had a lot of, I think, executive producers, 2 editors, a host of writers in the film. So when I saw that at the beginning, I knew this was going to be quite the adventure, and it was. This is a film that has a lot of facets to it, a lot of different areas, and it's one of the reasons why I loved the teen sex comedy genre so much, because there really are no rules. They can do whatever the hell they want. See my videos for, countless teen sex comedies, from Summer Job to Malibu Bikini Shop to, they can take these left turns that are so crazy, and there are no rules. There's no boundaries. They can do whatever the hell they want. So it's really, really awesome. What's that guy looking at behind me? Ooh. Anyway, so SPLITZ is actually the name of a all-girl 3-piece band. And the interesting thing is, it's the story, it seems, about an all-girl band. But then it's also the story of a sorority. Underdogs, right? A corrupt leadership at a college. And popularity contests and kind of the underdog team versus the Miss Popularity, Beverly Hills team. Now, the interesting thing, we have all these different facets. We got sports in here. We have an all-girl rock band. And we have dancing montages that come out of nowhere that almost seem like music videos. And we have narration that happens throughout the film by one of the characters. And we have a breaking of the fourth wall when some characters look at the camera a few times and, kind of in a way, but in a music video type of way. We have strip basketball tournament. We have fat girl jokes. We have jokes about gay people. We have mafia Italian stereotypes. So it's also like a mafia film too. We even have a guy who hypnotizes, a hypnotist, to get action, to get girls, which reminded me of a Carlos Tobalina X-rated film that I looked at on this YouTube page. I think it's called Come Under My Spell. You can find that on this page. So really, did you hear all those different facets? I mean, it's crazy. And so you think when you first push play in the film that you think it's going in a particular direction, and then all of a sudden it just bam goes in another direction, and then you spend some time in that direction for a while and you realize, wait a second, what happened to that direction? And it's awesome. And we have kind of like these full-length songs by the all-girl band, and they're amazing, especially the one that takes place in like a diner. And they actually look like they know how to play the instruments. A lot of the times, especially the drummer, you're just like, oh my gosh, she doesn't even know how to, they don't even know how to play drums. She's just like banging. She's not getting the fills from the song. They looked legit. And the music is amazing. The music from the band, but also the music, which I don't think was actually done by the band. And also the soundtrack itself. We have a lot of 50s inspired type music in the film. But then we also have a couple songs from Blondie in here, and another, I think, popular male late 70s, early 80s artist, and I'm blanking on his name right now, but you can see it in the closing credits as like a separate section of credits at the end of the film. So it's chock filled with music, and so you're getting, you also get some great sexuality in the film. You got a great mooning shot in here that you can pause if you really want to see all the intricacies of the girl's butt and possibly a little bit of vagina, and you also have some topless nudity. You have shower scenes. You have lingerie, wrestling. Yes, we have wrestling in here. We have strip basketball. Wet, sweaty, wet t-shirts. There's a heavier girl if you like that. I mean, you got it all in here, folks. And it's really a female-centered film. With it's almost interesting that the narrator, you think he's the main character, but then he really turns out not to be the main character, and you start to realize there are a lot of characters in this film, and a lot, just as many characters in the film as there are kind of sub pieces to the story of the movie. High energy, wild, wacky, sexy. There's some great kind of slapsticky type humor that you might see in Naked Gun, but it's not all like that. Just a couple pieces. Whenever they say the warden's name, no, she's not a warden. The principal? I forget. But this is an 86-minute film, and I got to tell you, it has it all in here. And if you like sororities, if you like all-girl rock bands, if you like all of that stuff, you like nudity, you like the teen sex comedy genre, a little bit of love interest in here. I thought some of the funniest stuff was the Italian family, the kind of ex-mafia family, but just an awesome movie. Watched it on New Year's Eve, and it was just perfect. And also, the movie looks like it definitely is not a summer film. A lot of teen sex comedies take place in the summer, though, so it's rare in that regards. It looks like the fall or like kind of, December-ish, somewhere around there, because I think somebody was wearing like a Christmas sweater. So really interesting on that regard, too. This is 1982/83's SPLITZ right here. Awesome, awesome movie, and look at that great art right there. Awesome movie. Thank you so much for watching the 10 Room Bazaar. Oh, wait a minute. I'm not done yet. What the heck am I doing here? I'm not done yet. I want to talk about the style a little bit in this film because we got crazy slow motion sequences. We got sped up sequences. And did I mention crazy slow motion sequences and some of the craziest fades that you might only see like once or twice in a movie like Revenge of the Cheerleaders, which I looked at on this YouTube page already. But in this film, there's tons of wild, comical, like type fades from scene to scene. Yes, it's all in here. So yes, there's a lot of style and a lot of fog also. Again, thank you so much for watching the 10 Room Bizarro YouTube page where I talk about films that I believe need to be talked about more, like this film, SPLITZ. Please feel free to check out my own personally made films and music at www.vimeo.com/poopydiarrhea, POOPYDIARRHEA. You can follow me there and see all my music and movies. Thank you so much, and good night.